clear stripper shoes are a favorite among strippers, pole dancers, strip clubs, pageant contestants, proms, weddings, and a variety of other formal functions because of their aesthetic appeal that is like a Cinderella slipper or ballerina. I'm Jennifer McCumber, author of Freedom 5, feature columnist for ED Publications, and I'm leading the movement for exotic dancer education all over the world. Today we're going to dive into the ins and outs of what you need to know if you will be wearing these clear stripper shoes for any length of time in the club or elsewhere. I've brought my own personal heels here to show you how I modify them if I am going to dance and the things that you should look for when you are buying clear stripper shoes. The name clear stripper shoes can also be referred to as lucite heels because they are made from transparent material. The empty, clear space that you see in the platform and heel has been used to contain all sorts of fun and flashy items like lights, liquids, or even glitter or fake fish. The materials clear stripper shoes are made out of include polycarbonate, PVC, lucite, and acrylic resin. The best brands to look for include Pleaser, Ellie, Luscious, and a few others. Even Prada and Fendi emulated the style with their more expensive high-end shoes to add a little erotic flair to their line of shoes due to the popularity of this style. Stars that are famous for wearing clear heels include Beyonce, Rihanna, and Prince, of all people. The top things that you need to consider when looking for clear stripper shoes are the following. Number 1, the size and the width. Number 2, the strap design. Number 3, the toe cut design. Number 4, the heel height in relation to the platform. And number 5, orthotics or arch supports. So let's dive into number 1. Clear stripper shoes expand over time. I had to get a new pair about every 4 to 6 months because of the plastic material. It would expand and my foot would start slipping right out of the shoe subtly. Of course, I was in them 5 nights per week. This is something you want to look out for. Number 2. The strap design is important because you need straps on your shoes to give you extra security and stability so you don't end up tripping over your shoe or risk it coming off while you're performing. Number 3. The toe cut design is important. I used to buy Pleaser shoes that had a squared off toe cut design, which gives dancers with wider feet a much more comfortable scenario for their toes. When they stopped making these, I had to wrap medical tape around my toes because the plastic that curves around in a more circular fashion would chafe my feet and make me bleed. After a while, you get calloused and you get used to it, so you don't always have to do that. Many ladies never have to. It just depends on your feet, how wide or narrow they are, and the size and quality of shoe that you can find. Number 4, the heel height is not necessarily as important as the platform height. You see, if the platform on the front of the shoe is almost just as high as the heel, it doesn't put nearly as much stress on your feet and ankles. For instance, you could be wearing an 8-inch heel, but the shoe can be designed to make your feet feel like you're only wearing a 1 or a 2-inch heel if the front part of your foot is elevated as well. These are the things that you want to look for if you're interested in the health of your feet, ankles, and knees, not to mention your lower back. Number 5. I always modified my heels by permanently super gluing an arch support in them. You may not need them for yourself, but if you have sore feet a lot after you work, you may want to look into this. What happens is when you're on your feet for a long time, your arch muscles start to collapse a little bit, and that causes stress and pain in your foot. If you have an arch support to wear while you're working, it can help you give the support that you need to prevent you from overstressing or overusing the muscles in your feet. If you have healthy feet and you're putting an average load on them, you may not need any support, but in high heels, in addition to dancing all night, you may need a little help. You'll have to play with this and see what works for you. If the orthotics cause your feet to be more sore or painful, just give them a break or gradually increase wearing them, or don't wear them at all. Your feedback is very important to us, so please comment on the blog below with any questions or concerns that you have. Strippers from around the world are bound to chime in on the discussion. And yes, you can find more videos, education, and training on our following social media sites: YouTube at Freedom5 Online, Facebook at Freedom5 for Exotic Dancers, and Twitter at Freedom5 Strip. This is Jennifer McCumber here, wishing you the best of success.